Y'all ready for this?
Welcome viewers to another exciting documentary on the Phylum Mollusca.
So, Eric, what does mollusca mean?
Let's go to our new resident expert on biology, Risigan Logendran. Risigan?
Thanks, Eric. As we all know, mollusks are divided into three main classes: gastropods, bivalves, and cephalopods. Let's start with the basic anatomy of a mollusk.
Good choice, Risigan. Here we have a basic mollusk.
As I was trying to say, all mollusks breathe through gills.
Gills are a respiratory organ found in many aquatic organisms that extracts dissolved oxygen from water and releases carbon dioxide.
Yes, thank you, Matt, for your tremendous knowledge. They also have a foot. A muscular adaptation that used in all mollusks that has developed differently in different classes. It is used primarily for locomotion, but also has reproductive, circulatory, digestive, and excretory organs. It's basically everything in one body part.
Crikey! That was really fascinating! Let's go back to Neeraj and Shlok in the studio to learn more about the three classes of mollusks. Guys?
Thanks, Eric. First up are the gastropods, commonly known as snails and slugs. They live in gardens, woodlands, deserts, mountains, small ditches, large rivers and lakes, estuaries, mudflats, the rocky intertidal, the sandy subtidal, and the abyssal depths of the ocean, including the hydrothermal vents, and numerous other locations.
Wow, you sure know a lot about where they live. As fun as that was, let's get into some more interesting stuff. Most gastropods feed with the saw-like tongue called a radula, allowing them to cut up leaves or scrape algae off of rocks. Also, gastropods are unique in that those that have shells only have one shell.
Yeah, you guys mentioned something like a radula. For those of you out there who completely refuse to use your course pack, here's what a radula is. It's a minutely toothed chitinous ribbon, which is typically used for scraping or cutting up food before it enters the esophagus. The radula is unique to the Phylum Mollusca and is found in every class of mollusks except for bivalves.
Enough about gastropods. The bivalves are far more interesting. Bivalves are marine and freshwater mollusks that have a shell in two hinged parts. That means they have two shells as opposed to the gastropod's one. Some bivalves are clams, oysters, mussels, scallops, and there are many other families. Most of them are extremely tasty when eaten with butter. Mmm.
Butter! Great idea, Shlok! Any other thoughts?
Something we neglected earlier is the mantle. The mantle is a significant part of the anatomy of all mollusks. It is the dorsal body wall which covers the visceral mass and usually protrudes in the form of flaps well beyond the visceral mass itself. Basically, it is a body wall that protrudes from the main body in the form of flaps. It also secretes the shell if the mollusk has one.
Well, indeed, I do have some more thoughts. According to my research, we seem to have forgotten the third major class of mollusks. Cephalopods, the smartest of all of them. These are exclusively marine animals that are characterized by bilateral symmetry. Prominent head, and a set of arms and tentacles, adapted from the more primitive molluscan foot.
They have radula, but most have adapted a new mouth with teeth and a beak. These mollusks include octopuses, nautiluses, and squid, which this time are best eaten with marinara or wasabi cream. Oi hoi!
Maybe I'll get some frickin' lines next time.